And now, our feature presentation.
It Sure Is a Podcast is a podcast that is wild, it is unhinged, and we don't know what's going to happen. So if you are classified as a child, go away. This is for adults only.
Get out.
Hello, welcome to another episode of It Sure Is a Podcast. Hey gamer, I'm just taking a second to check in on you. You see, the last time your mom and I were hanging out, she may have subtly dropped the hint that you're not really sure how to support the podcast. And honestly, when I walked out of her room only wearing a bath towel and we locked eyes, I could see it on your face. There's quite a few ways you can support the podcast. You can find us on Twitter at sure_podcast, over on Instagram, It Sure Is a Podcast, YouTube, and TikTok. It Sure Is a Podcast. That's all you gotta look up. And the TikTok is for you Zoomers out there, because I post some real stupid shit there. For Eric and I, you listening is probably just one of the best things in the world. But if you do want to support us, those are ways you can. Also, just tell a friend that, hey, we listened to a terrible podcast. You should hop in on this. Also, if you want to support us monetarily, whatever one that makes you give us money, you can go on over to www.buymeacoffee.com/ISIA podcast. There you can drop us a few bucks and be on your way. But like I said earlier, just you guys listening is really enough for us. All right, that's the episode. Goodbye.
I was gonna see how long we could have the dead air.
The dead air, the awkward silence. Yes.
No, it's a different setup this time.
Yeah, it's in my humble abode currently.
This is literally a bachelor's paradise. I am staring at I kind of want to cry at this beautiful gaming setup. There's 17 gaming systems in front of me, 40 million games, and then just off to the side is the beautiful PC setup and all of those games and movies and figurines.
You haven't even seen my amiibo collection.
I know, this is the first time I was admiring it. Well, you were talking. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't listening. I was looking at all of them.
All that stuff, and I have a box full of all the Borderlands action figures.
Oh, that's not even everything.
Yeah, no. And there's Mad Moxie with her tits out.
Oh, I definitely was looking at Mad Moxie.
She has to be the centerpiece of this table, though. 100%. And just already, fair warning, this is the setup phase of figuring out what works and what doesn't. Hopefully, as any good bachelor pad does, I would like to move this into the bedroom. I would like to have a more permanent setup right in there because there's plenty of space, but there's always that one corner whenever you move where you put all the crap that you don't know what to do with.
Unless your significant other is a hoarder and then you have multiple rooms full of boxes.
Yeah, I don't have that.
I do. And I kind of want to bash my head. That's not fair. We're not hoarders. We just got ambitious and bought a lot of stuff we didn't currently need or have space for.
And then never followed through on the ambition, right?
The house is we just don't have space for it.
Yeah.
All the time, Kate's like, this will be cute, this will be cute, this will be cute. I'm like, I don't disagree, but I don't have anywhere to put it. So.
Yeah. And this is literally all I can fit in here. This is the absolute max, so I don't plan on adding anything else to. But yeah, it's a little shack, but it's my own, and I got that internet hooked up, and I mean that just makes I'm
a little
willing to go to the next day.
I'm a little envious because this is the setup I always wanted as a bachelor and never got. I never got was just me. It's always the only time I've ever moved out has always been with significant other.
Right.
I've never lived on my own, and I'm a little. I mean, I'm happy where I'm at, but I'm a little I wonder what it would have been like.
Well,
I'm curious.
I poop with my door open all the time. That door's never shut when I'm pooping. Never. Never.
That's glorious.
Isn't it? Because there's no one else here. And if there's someone else here, I really feel like
I feel like they deserve to see it then, because they're probably not supposed to be here.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm getting robbed, and if they're seeing me taking a fat dump in there, yeah, I have bigger fish to fry than, oh no, he's looking at me poop. I'm like, oh no, I'm being invaded right now. This is home invasion.
Speaking of home invasion.
Oh my gosh, that would be a home. Yeah, I'm like, let me finish pooping first, then you can have your way with me, do whatever. But holy crap. Yeah, so the last time that we had you on, because last week we had Carly. Carly filled me in on, gosh, so much. Like the Queen being dead, some just some like drama stuff in the entertainment realm.
I'm not gonna lie, I really was trying to listen to it, but I've been so busy I'm not even caught up on my regular podcast. So I didn't see it. But if it's just an entertainment update, I don't know.
We talk about the Queen a little bit. We talk about, how she's, not really doing well with being alive bit, but and
no, she kind of failed at that part.
Yeah.
Or succeeded, I guess, depending on how you look at it. She was old as dirt.
That's what everyone says, but Betty White, remember, she was 99.
Have you been seeing all those memes? I love it.
Yeah.
They're like USA wins again.
Betty White, she almost finished the battle pass compared to the Queen of England, who was close but did not finish the battle pass as much as Betty White did. The battle pass of life. But last time we were talking the weirdest things that you could ever find in a butt. And I have this wonderful article of 21 insane things found in butts. And this is from Cosmopolitan, so it's going to be a little sleazy, a little greasy, a little dirty.
I didn't get to look up like crazy things found in butts, but I was going to try to like go the weird route and be like, scientifically, why is it pleasurable to have something up your ass?
Oh, that is information we all need to know, because I bet you someone out there is going to hear that and be like, wait a minute, you telling me I can nut harder if I put something in my butt?
Yeah, for dudes, that's definitely what I was finding out. Is apparently that's just the male clip. But they're I love how it must be some dude. I think the only people who did all of the scientific data I was looking at was just doctors trying to get their wives to let them do anal. Because it's just like, no, seriously, like this can be really good for you. And it's like I'm just reading, like, please, it's my birthday. Just let me do it.
It's really good for you because it's my birthday.
Like, if we prepare ahead of time, you'll enjoy it too. It's like, dude, if she ain't that into it, you married her. Just get over it.
She ain't that into it. The article opens up with, seriously, we live in a world in which people shove things up their butts. And that's just the starting sentence, and you're like, there's nothing else. You scroll down, and just number one. Okay. Here we go. Police picked up a knife-wielding robbery suspect, but couldn't find the $40 he had stolen from a victim. When authorities took the suspect down to the station, he pulled the two $20 bills out of his butt. So he crunkled them up and jammed them in his butt.
But I guess if the police didn't find it, why didn't he just keep them in his ass?
That is a very good question.
There's no evidence to say that he did it.
And it says here that I think he voluntarily did it. Yeah, he pulled out the two $20 bills, which he just shoved in his butt.
If I was a police officer, I'd probably be like, just keep it. You're still going to prison, but keep it. I ain't touching that and giving it back to the person.
Here's your money back, ma'am, that this man stole. And it is just covered in crap. And
I'm going to give it to you, but you should know that the crackhead who stole it shoved it up his ass. And then proceeded to just pull. I don't even think he wanted to keep the money. I think he just wanted to stick the money up there.
That was his kink right there. His kink specifically is stealing money from other people and then jamming it square up his butt.
Oh, officer, are you going to find it? You got to get it out.
You got to get in there, officer. Just go look for it.
Get in there nice and deep like officer.
And the officer just pulls out
it's like his first, it's like an old veteran cop and like a new rookie. And the veteran's like, you get in there and he's like, you're making me do it because I'm the rookie. He's like, no, I'm making you do it because I had to do this twice last week. It's your turn.
Puts on a glove that goes up to the elbow.
Oh, like one of those cow birthing gloves. It's like the full length.
Yeah, but he just jams it up this guy, and he's like, the guy's like, stop! The $20 is in my pocket. Just stop!
Before we move on to the next one, I don't know why that made me think of this, but I was cracking up when I saw this. Somebody posted a picture of, it was like a hentai. Some girl was getting rammed.
Yes.
And dude finished, and apparently there was so much she like threw it up out of her mouth or something.
Oh, that's a super common thing.
Well, there was a doctor or some medical pre-med student, I don't know, somebody with actual brains was reading it and was like, well, this is impossible because there's so many like different, like this would only happen if all of the muscles and like valves and whatnot going on in your body didn't work, and like this whole explanation, and at the bottom was like, that said, I came twice and this is a nice site and I'll probably come back here again. It's just like, I love the dissertation just followed by, but it was hot as fuck.
And that was the guy who gave the dissertation, right?
Yeah. He was just like, he said why it wasn't possible, but then he was like, but at the same time, I found it really enjoyable and I'm probably going to watch it again.
Comments like that I love, where it just explains what you've witnessed, regardless of what it is. Whatever you're looking at is not possible, but then but it's pretty cool. This is pretty cool. The next one, a man who got a vibrator stuck in his butt didn't learn his lesson the first time. He tried to fish it out with tongs.
Oh, how could you fit it up there?
Get one thing stuck in your butt, shame on you. Get two things stuck in your butt, ...
How far up there are you shoving it that it gets lost?
Well, I mean, was it one of the tinier ones? Was it, I mean...
Yeah, but still, even at that point, couldn't you just, like, I don't know.
Well, all right, I don't know if it's a cool thing, but the one thing about a butt, and I like that we're having this conversation to be our first opener for
watch
the
my
new
boss
setup.
Listen to this episode.
No. I don't care about you. I'm just saying my neighbor's probably sitting over there, like, terrified, boarding up the windows as we're sitting here talking about, man,
that would be hilarious. See, that's funny because that's your problem. If my boss listens to this, then it's my problem. I'm going to go in the next day and he's just going to be like, you're fired.
You're fired, you sick freak.
I just don't want to, like, I can't, I sit behind him, so he's going to be like, get out.
Get out. I can't trust you back there. Get out of here. So I imagine, like, all right, what I was saying about the butts is, like, once something goes in there so far, like, the way, obviously, our bodies work, like, if it gets past a certain point, the butt will take it and bring it back into the body because, I'm not going to go too deep into it and all the biology or...
I've taken a few anatomy classes in my time.
Exactly.
And
I'm not doing that.
I've never tried it. So in my mind, I'm like, just fart it out. I understand that, like, you can somewhat contract your muscles, that I feel like you could get it back within reach. But I'm not even going to worry about all that.
No, but we're pulling out the salad tongs and jamming them up there.
That's more what I'm worried about, is how effing far up there that you need tongs. And first off, I mean, good for you if you're stretching your hole that much that you can fit tongs themselves inside of you enough, not only to fit them inside, they have to then open up
to grab it,
to then pull the entire apparatus back out.
Yeah, and just...
God, I feel really bad for your poor neighbor.
That is not gonna. Yeah, they also learn about this. There's no way that they're like going to. There's not gonna be. It's not gonna get out there perfectly unscathed. There's gonna be some tearing, some ripping of the tongs. And what are we talking? Little tiny salad tongs, or like the little ones? Or are we talking like the big grill master ones?
It probably just depends how far up there you think it is.
With the square edge that looks like a spatula, and the other side is the fork.
I really hope it at least had like the rubber on the end, so it wasn't just metal.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm really hoping this guy was not just like, oh no, it's stuck. Hang on a second, my dudes, and then goes to like his cupboard, rips out the huge like grill tongs and jams them up there. I hope that was the case. Okay, here's one. Everyone's lost their keys before. They always tell you to check two places: the fridge and your butt.
No, they don't.
And a part of me was, I kind of read that one and what the heck? Why is the image no longer... Whatever.
What do you mean image? This is showing images of this?
At one time it was, but someone took it down. Probably for the best. I just want to know that situation about the keys, and then I would like to know the excuse for the keys.
I guess that's my other thing. Is like
Like if you got rushed to the ER.
Like, in no shame either for people who like to stick stuff up their butts. That's fine. But like the dildo, I can understand. I already forgot. What was the first one?
The first one was, gosh, I already forgot. Look at me being.
It was a shit show from the moment I got into work today. So it was just.
Oh, it was the two $20 bills. That was number one.
Okay, you know what? Even that one, because I'm going to assume the gentleman either had some mental health issues or was on drugs.
Right.
Totally can understand that one too. But keys? That doesn't even sound appealing. Like, it's just like metal and scratchy and just like it doesn't.
I mean, if you jammed him up there, in a good space, you would always know whoever that person was.
Did you just want to be like Santa Claus, so you just jingle as you walk?
Right? But what's the excuse for it? So they go to the ER. Just imagine it's a couple have to take them to the ER. It's like, how did your car keys get stuck in your ass?
How did they get to the ER if the keys are up there?
Well, part of me is hoping they have another vehicle.
It's just the push to start one, so all you have to do is be in there.
So what if this guy is actually thinking ahead and he's like,
I don't want to lose my keys.
Yeah, and he's like, if I shove it up my butt, I'm never going to lose track of my keys.
No one can rob me if I don't have my keys.
So maybe I judged too quickly.
I did not. I'm still judging hard.
Maybe this man's living in the future and we're living in the past. My thought was significant other. They're like, how do you get them stuck in your butt? And it's they were on the couch and I just sat on the couch and they went in. Like, no way.
Why were you sitting on the couch without pants on?
Yeah,
or underwear
and
with your cheeks spread.
Yeah. I would just love to hear the excuse for that situation, the car key story.
That one would cut. That would hurt. That one's dangerous.
That's literally a deep cut, if you will.
Oh.
A deep cut right in your poor rectum. Oh, okay. A vibrator and a pair of tongs. The image loaded finally. They're the Grillmaster tongs.
Oh my god, it's the triangle open faced. That's not a small dildo.
That's big.
That man, ooh.
So this changes everything.
But that means you realize then that he's like sticking his own hand up there because that dildo is too far up there, too big and too far up there to get that far on its own.
Oh, definitely.
And then the tongs too. Oh my god.
But in the X-ray, you can see the tongs were opened and got around it.
Yeah, that's why I'm terrified. Like
this poor man.
Ugh.
This poor man.
Man, I hope he finds another man who is just massive because he is never going to find pleasure otherwise.
He ruined himself too early.
He really did.
He ruined himself too early. So the car keys, nothing on that. But the next one, a Barbie doll. We've kind of all heard that one, though. That is a very common story.
That sounds like a teenage kid who has just found his sister's Barbie and he's coming into his own. He's like, I'm going to stick Barbie up my ass.
The thing that is concerning is like when it goes up, the arms are down. So there's no... I'm just trying to find the right words to say with this. There's no like tearing. There's no like... Because it's all going with the grain, if that makes sense. But then like when they try to pull it out and the arms go up, that's when...
I almost wonder if you would need surgery at that point.
I really feel like you would.
That's dangerous, like cutting through that much intestine.
But then the next thing is like a person's like, yes, another thing to put into my butt. A pint glass. So they like set it upside down and must have squatted and just made that magic happen. Yeah, the pint glass.
First off, don't ever do glass unless it is a solid glass dildo. Don't ever put glass up there.
Yeah.
For anybody listening, don't do that. Just don't do that. But if you're gonna do something like that, do a bedpost. Do your own hand. Why the pint glass? Like,
I think a lot of people are just curious about what can I fit up there. I don't think this is just deciding one day that, oh yes, this pint
D's
glass
nuts.
needed.
I have a can of D's nuts in my hand that's probably right about, I mean, maybe a little bit bigger, but like, do something like this. But why a glass? I can't.
So you're saying do that, but with the nut still in it?
Yeah,
Put
gotta
it-
get your protein somehow.
Put it upside down so you can pop the lid open and kind of like squat like some kind of chicken and
And
just
then as you
fire out
twerk,
nuts.
you just like throw the nuts
Peanuts go
everywhere.
flying out. Yeah, that jar is literally, it's called D's Nuts. And
Literally, I have a
this-
plastic pop bottle. Try that first.
But I don't think these people, this was the first thing. I think they experimented. I think they messed around.
You know, I guess that's fair, because that'd be pretty impressive if you went from like virgin butthole to like just a pint glass up there.
Yeah.
That would be.
Yeah.
That would be impressive,
Now that
but-
you shaked around that canister of D's Nuts, hand them over here. I want to eat some. I haven't eaten dinner yet.
Oh, I'm so pumped. I
D's Nuts.
grabbed something small on the way over just because I was like, all right, it's gonna be a while before I eat.
Right.
But I'm totally gonna use it as an excuse to eat something bad tonight. Because Kate went out. She's going to dinner somewhere on my way home and be like, hey, I'm not gonna have time to eat. I'm eating some shit.
You're like, hey T-Bell, how you doing?
I'm literally about to text her and be like, I'm gonna cheat on you and get some T-Bell.
Try one. They're banana pudding nuts.
What?
Just
I'm
try
almost
one.
scared to try it.
But it is a literal brand called D's Nuts, and the slogan is,
Oh yeah, that wasn't me being crass.
everyone loves D's Nuts.
Because Aunt D is the woman on there.
Yeah, they're based out in Florida somewhere. I did research
Makes
on it
sense.
today.
Makes a lot of sense.
What do you think of the nuts?
Not bad.
You want to try more?
I'll put one more nut in my mouth.
Talk about butt stuff, and we just stop and like, peanut break. Yeah, it literally tastes like banana pudding. Like they just like sprinkle that on it. They're pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, D's Nuts in my mouth. The jokes write themselves.
They preemptively did the joke for us, so I can't even make it. I feel like it would be a cop out.
I'm choking on a nut. Now I know how all those low self-esteem prom girls feel.
Whoa, savage.
Oh. Okay. And I'm also in the process of like getting over like a cold. Why are you looking at a penguin? What is it doing?
It looks like it's trying to fuck another penguin.
Hell yeah.
Kate.
Just saying you that.
Yeah, they were at the zoo,
Oh.
and yeah, that was interesting.
All right, I'm back. I'm no longer dying from D's Nuts.
I'm done looking
Got
at
'em.
penguins get it
Got 'em.
on.
So, yeah, it's never like that is like what they do their first time. It's more they're slowly escalating it. They're slowly getting bigger and bigger, more adventurous.
Must be in college.
Must be. Another one here. It's just an egg. I'm really impressed the egg didn't break.
I was gonna say I'm more impressed that they were.
It's just a picture of it like a pelvis, and there's just an egg sitting in there. That's it.
Imagine the tech that takes these, like, has to do these X-rays, and they have to type egg.
Egg. There's one that's a cassette tape.
Why? Again, that just doesn't seem.
I don't know why that. It just. Why can I not catch? You ever hate that whenever like.
Swallow wrong, and then it's.
Yeah, and you just like you can't talk right, and your body's just like.
It just
you're
wants to
you-
cough for the next 6 hours.
Every time you talk, there's just that like that lump that comes up, and it just. Yeah, I'm like doing
Yep.
it right now as I'm talking about it.
We got to get back to talking about butt stuff.
I know, stop it. Okay. I think that actually fixed it a little. Okay. There's a wine bottle and a coat hanger. And if you look at that, it's I feel like the wine bottle has gone somewhere it's not supposed to go.
That looks terrifying. That looks like it might have broken through.
Yeah, like broken through like the rectum. And then
You'll die from you will die pretty quickly from that if
Yeah,
it actually ruptured your intestines.
So I feel like the wine bottle was up there, something happened, and then the like, coat hanger, let's get it out.
Why a coat hanger? What do you think a coat
I
hanger
think the
is
tongs
gonna
would
do?
have been a better choice than the coat hanger.
I mean, at that point, if you fit a frickin' wine bottle up there and hopefully this is with a partner, just have them stick their hand up there.
But then next thing, just go to the ER. You put yourself in this situation. It's, you just
It's like the kids who, like, your friend gets too drunk and you're all worried and you're like, we got to call the hospital, we got to call an ambulance. And everybody's like, no, we're all going to go to prison for life.
Even though it's like nothing that bad.
Yeah, it's normally like, well, your friend can just sleep it off, or chipmunk chewing into the mic.
Someone is going to hate that. I'm going to hate that when I'm editing this.
You're going to edit it and you're going to be like, I'm going to take this out because I kind of want to hit myself.
When people like chew loudly like that around me, I cannot stand it.
I feel really bad because Kate chews a little, I won't even say loudly, but when it's just us, if there's no background noise and I can hear her chewing, I think I've looked at her before and I'm like, I might break your teeth if you don't stop chewing so loudly. And she's like, that's aggressive. I'm like, I have whatever that condition is where if I hear you chewing, I immediately go, I fully understand serial killers in that moment.
Yes.
Because I truly can understand where that rage comes from, where you're just like, I'll kill you.
It's literally just, it's like a trigger in your brain that just says, I don't like this, make it stop now before I go postal.
Mm-hmm. Which is why now we normally put music or the TV or something on, because it's not like it's anybody else's fault, but...
It's just how your brain just really
so
doesn't
help me
like
God,
that noise.
I'll listen to you shove that glass up your ass, but if I hear you chew one more time...
I remember in my age of youths, when the internet was first becoming a thing, went over to my friend's house and he's like, bro, I gotta show you this the crazy video. It's
either somebody dying or somebody getting something inside of them.
It's the latter. And what it was and this has kind of been a meme or kind of this like tall tale like of the internet of the guy who like shoved a mason jar up his butt, and it's that video, and then like when it's halfway in, you hear it crack and shatter.
He dies. Yeah. Oh my God.
No, he didn't die.
I can't believe it, but
then he's just sitting there pulling shards of glass out his butt, and I'm just sitting there as a kid like, why are we watching this? Why can't I look away?
I feel like that really truly is why so many of us are just... If you wanted to see something absolutely horrible, it's not like it's I mean, not that anything's regulated now, it's still easy, but it was so much easier back then to just find a video like that, even on accident. You're just like, I can't stop watching it because I know this is like a unique thing and I should watch this. But at the same time, you're like, human bodies aren't supposed to do this. Why am I watching it? I don't like this, but...
that's
your parents are like...
the perfect way to explain it. And then when the parents are sitting there like, why did you watch this? You're like, I like... When they say I don't know, it's a very good chance that they literally don't know why. They just
You're like, it was on the screen and I didn't know what else to do. My body froze. I didn't know what to do.
Yeah, the early days of the internet, I really remember you just go to YouTube and type in like, I don't know, haha, I want to watch funny stunt videos. And then you
watch a man break his neck.
That too. I was just saying funny stunt videos, and then you see a man breaking a mason jar in his butt. Just the whole thing just crunching.
I love it when everybody's like, why people think there's more than one gender now and you all just want to have sex with everything? And I was like, well, it's because we grew up with the internet and you didn't watch us.
That is
you
very
did this.
True.
You took a great economy and crashed it, and then you just threw us to the wolves of the internet.
And you're like, all right, go figure it out yourselves. And then we're sitting there watching, Two Girls, One Cup, or this guy do the 6 squat over a mason jar and suck it up his butt and it crack.
It's like, and you wonder... I'm not going to go there.
And you just wonder why we're so messed up.
You wonder why I am turned on by Moxie right in front of me. Well, I know it's a statue.
But that is a hot statue. Come on. Like, I could reach over and, like, with my 2 fingers play bongo, like... Yeah, I play bongos on her titties. It felt pretty good. You can do it too if you want. I won't tell Kate. It won't be cheating.
Oh my God. That's a solid statue.
That is
a
very
solidly made statue.
Like, you could pick that up and break it over someone's head and
now
kill
you just
them.
need Ellie.
Ellie, oh my God, I'm rooting for Ellie. Like, I'm looking, thinking like Ellie would be like a mantle, like something you have to hang over a mantle, like it's like one of those mounting a deer head, but it's just her upper half and it's just tits.
That statue that they made of her in the games.
Yeah,
where she's like majestically soaring. Well, you know what? Getting back to the butt stuff, I'm gonna say I bet Ellie isn't into it. I bet Moxie is.
Oh, Moxie definitely is. Actually, hold on. Speaking of Ellie, I just remembered something. It's in my box of crap that I haven't found a home for yet.
Brandon is currently searching for something in relation to Ellie, and I'm not sure what it's going to be. I'm either expecting a naked Ellie statue, an Ellie butt plug.
I wish.
Okay, he confirms it's not the butt plug. But what is it?
I do have a little statue of Ellie. I thought about that, and I was like, wait a minute, I have one.
Oh, that's hilarious.
It's like a little pewter figure of her in all her thick glory.
The overalls, I forgot about the overalls.
Yeah, the overalls that never really actually fit, yeah, Ellie was huge. Dang.
I think my cousin... We will get back to the butt stuff, but I do have to... I want to make sure I'm not misremembering this, because when I was replaying Borderlands forever ago. But does she refer to Scooter as her cousin and then later on as her brother?
No, they're brother sister.
I'm almost positive she referred to him in different senses of like what he was in familial relationship.
There was one time the reason she went out to where she went out to was because she just needed to be on her own, and also she's like Scooter had a crush on her.
I remember
on
that
his sister,
portion, yeah.
And she's like, I needed to leave. And Scooter's like, I didn't have a crush. Well, I kind of did. A little one. I'm like, God, dang, Scooter. Oh, and you bring that up, and they're doing another Tales from the Borderlands, the new Tales from the Borderlands.
I never played the old one, because I think, wasn't that
the old one is top-tier writing for the series.
Was that on any of the consoles?
Yeah, on everything. It's even on Switch now.
I thought it was like some VR one or something, and I couldn't...
No. There's like a Borderlands 2 VR, but no, this is like it's story heavy. But if you like Borderlands, you will suffer through it just for the story because it's so good. It's so good. And a funny thing, in Borderlands, well, spoilers, I guess, sort of. Yeah, Scooter dies in that one.
Tales from the Borderlands?
Yeah, and then in Borderlands 3, everyone's like, where's Scooter? Where's Scooter? And it's like, if you play he dies in Tales from the Borderlands.
Yeah, I never got to play Tales from the Borderlands.
Yeah, he like sacrificed himself to save the crew.
Kind of surprised.
And like absolutely no one knows about it because no one played that, which is a real damn shame. All right, a jar of instant coffee. That got stuck in a butt.
Full?
Oh yeah, full. It was full.
That is... Imagine how much work you would get done if that broke open.
And the comment on that said, maybe they did a coffee enema wrong? Because people do that. Like legit coffee enemas.
Enema, weirdly, I've always wondered what an enema would be like.
Well, I know with an enema, they just
pump hot water into your belt or other stuff. But
yeah.
I've always been like...
And then you just like literally just evacuate everything.
Yeah.
Just...
I'm like, does it help with weight loss?
Maybe.
Could I try it?
That could be the easy ticket out of here.
Shed a quick 5 pounds.
It's like, babe, look at me. I'm looking good. 5 pounds lighter. You walk away. Your toilet is destroyed. Like 90% of it did not make it into the toilet, and it is just all over the bathroom and the shower curtain and the stall. Like, not the stall.
What did you do? I don't know. I was sitting down.
Just enemas are really wild, babe.
You should try one.
And she's like, "You're insane."
I'm leaving you.
That would probably be the most accurate statement right there. There's an aerosol can that was found in a butt.
Oh, that's no.
That's really bad, but not surprising. Light bulb.
I think I've actually seen one of that before.
Yeah.
Also terrifying because if that breaks, you're dead.
A zucchini.
Also. Not surprising. I will say fruit and like vegetables like that in general are... I can see. You're a lady or a man. You're home alone. Zucchini starts looking at you kind of flirtatious.
Right? It's giving you those bedroom eyes.
Yeah, it's like, why don't you cut this stem off and see where we can go?
See where I can go. And the zucchini just gets like a VeggieTales face on it.
I was going to say, I really hope they put like googly eyes on it before.
There's a billiard ball. My favorite one so far
actually-
is, it's Buzz Lightyear. To infinity and beyond.
Please tell.
What's horrifying is he's upside down.
And the wings are out. I was gonna make a joke about the wings being out. They're out.
The wings are out.
I wonder how many of these are photoshopped, or if they're photoshopped.
That's a possibility, but at the end of the day, you know how gross and sick people can be.
I also don't care if it's photoshopped. I think it's a great story.
I want to
Literally
believe it.
I mean, they didn't want a Woody. They wanted a Buzz.
They wanted a Buzz, indeed. There's a fork, an eggplant.
Okay, fork, no. Eggplant, I feel like would be squishy.
The fork one concerns me a little.
Yeah, the tongs would just tear your shit up. Am I staring at a penis?
I think we are staring at a penis.
Did he stick that up his butt, or is that
his
in
butt?
his...
His butt. He wasn't sounding on that one, I don't think.
That, the 100% looked
hey,
like
a Coke bottle. Like your Coke bottle.
That's, now, no, I'm still probably going to finish it. I'm going to be up until like 2 a.m. now because I had caffeine so late. Welcome to being 30.
A handgun.
What?
Loaded.
With a round in the chamber?
It's a revolver.
Oh my god, it's a revolver. That's... well, I mean, as long as it's got a heavy pull, you're probably okay.
I'll just imagine this guy just like...
Guys, I'm gonna... Never mind.
He just squats down and kind of like gets in the twerk position, and he's like, it's high noon. It starts twerking, it starts firing out his...
I was more thinking that, like, he goes into, like, the MRI, and it just, like... Oh, isn't that the magnetic one?
Maybe.
Whatever one where they're like, you can't have any metal on you, and he just goes and he's like...
I know what you're saying. Yeah,
he's just
I don't know
nervous.
what
He's
it
like,
is.
do I tell him what I have up there?
No,
No, it'll be fine.
And it starts firing or like pulling or just ripping out of his body. Ooh.
Oh,
Ooh, just thinking about
man,
that.
that'd be a good horror movie.
A live eel.
It's got to be animal abuse. I hope they got charged for animal abuse.
Okay, when the man reported to the emergency room complaining about abdominal pain, apparently it was an eel biting his colon, causing the pain. So it was still alive.
Yeah,
And it
you
was,
deserve to get bit.
and it was very upset. Liquid adhesive. So let me give you a little background.
Wait. In the, like a container of it, or did they just unload a container up there?
27-year-old male was found to have a solid mass in his rectum that could not be removed. On closer inspection, it was found that the object was liquid adhesive that had been squirted into the rectum using a dual-chambered glue gun, which then hardened.
I have no faith in humans.
Yeah, this really shows that, we have the power, the ability to think beyond ourselves, to
We have
advance
created
ourselves as...
artificial intelligence. We have landed on the moon. We have...
I
won't say
about that
plunge
one,
the deep.
but...
I still believe we went to the moon.
Why
I just
haven't
think
we
it was
gone
super
back?
boring.
Why haven't we gone back? Why don't we have bases on the moon right now?
Okay, I have a theory on that. Do you want to hear it? I talked about this at work, and I think everybody thinks I'm insane now. But do you want to know why I
Rock
truly
crabs.
believe? No.
Rock crabs.
I actually think it's way just... Actually, it's kind of sadder. We went to the moon. The government, or actually not even the government, rich people realized that only the rich can go to the moon. Why do you think all the billionaires are trying to make it? There's already bases and houses on the moon. It's just for rich people. It's just no poor people allowed.
Oh, so we don't even know about it.
Yeah, that's why they're like, why haven't we ever gone back? We have gone back. It's just
Dude,
don't want
There's probably a
the
utopia
plebe.
up there, Bioshock style.
Or it's a bunch of illegal, I don't know, you go there and it's like a whole moon full of sex workers. I don't know, sex slaves.
Maybe that's where Jeff Epstein went. Oh,
That's where Epstein,
he-
Elvis, Tupac, that's where they all went.
dude, he transferred his mind into a machine and then went back up to the moon. He's like, dude,
Or
my run on
that's-
Earth did not go well.
Or if the government did it, then they're doing all their weird stuff. It's probably something maybe not as cool as that, but I 100,000% believe we went there and they're just doing stupid or illegal shit.
I like to imagine it's like, I'm Johnny Knoxville and this is Jackass. As like a moon rover just goes flying over a ridge. The gravity takes it off a little way too far and they float just off.
He's like, we're going to come back down, aren't we? And we're like, well, I guess we'll see.
I guess we'll see about that. And then, Johnny Knoxville and the crew in that little moon buggy just floating off into space toward the sun, never seen again. That'd be the perfect end for them, I think. Not because I hate him or anything. I just feel like that'd be most appropriate.
That'd be the way. I can't believe more of them haven't died.
Honestly, yeah, I agree with that.
Again, not even in a mean way. Just can't believe more of them haven't died.
So I guess I'm looking in some other articles that have a lot of the same things. Apparently, that dildo was stuck in there for 6 months, or a dildo was just stuck in there for 6 months. Let me get the information. Maybe it went around it.
I guess it would have to, but that's terrifying.
Oh no.
Do I want to know?
Okay, here you go.
You looked pretty scared by whatever you just saw.
Sex toys are obviously the most common objects to get stuck, but this 64-year-old man had a dildo lodged inside of him for 6 months before it was removed by doctors in 1979.
I can actually 110% see how that happened then. Back then, it was probably not very acceptable, and as an older man, that probably would have been, today it would probably be embarrassing, but back then that could have been a death sentence.
That is true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that poor little phone.
I'm honestly kind of surprised that there was only one animal found in the butt.
I would prefer it that way. I don't want animals getting jammed up there and a life sentence. I don't want that.
That sounds truly just terrifying.
I don't want to be in a butt. I don't want to be in a butt that is uncomfortable, let's say. I went to school, my minor is in fine dining, but my master's in it is in ass eating. I have to give props to my friend. She came up with that, and that is the funniest thing I've ever heard. A master's in eating ass and a minor in fine dining. So it's what? Does that mean you just put on a bib and put a placemat out before you go to town? Maybe. Oh my gosh. And now my neighbor's sitting there, it's this guy just talked about eating ass for 2 hours.
I mean, to be fair, we were talking about, stuff
everything's in the butt. But yeah, and now I'm thinking about all that butt stuff and everything.
I'm kind of actually surprised there weren't any more TV remotes or game controllers.
Sorry to pull myself away to just sniff to be able to breathe because I am.
My audio is going to be fucking atrocious. On this. I keep coming in and out.
Me too.
It's just going to be terrible.
Me too. But this. I always say at the beginning, this is the trial run because it's a new setup.
Well, I'm old and I'm hunchbacked. So next time I'm actually just going to be smart and I'll prop it up so I can actually.
Actually, next time, probably what we're just going to do is hang on to it because honestly, even though people say don't do that, we have gotten the best quality from holding on to it and just jamming it.
I think it's because most people can sit still when they talk and we just move around too much. We got to have it move around.
I'm an ADD kid.
I was going to say it's that ADD. I actually think I might have ADD. I can't focus on shit.
Yeah, go get yourself tested. Go get yourself tested so you can, have a problem sheet that you hang up at work and everyone looks at you and you're like, hey, you got to be nice to me because that's all my diagnoses right there.
You got to be nice to me or else I'll lose my goddamn mind.
That is also true. That Dane Cook joke of the weird guy in the office and you always gave him candy. It's so the only reason I'm doing that is the day that guy snaps, he's going to be, running through the office, blowing people away with a shotgun and get to me and go, thanks for the candy.
That's so sad because that's such a thing you should probably do nowadays.
And I don't think Dane Cook's a funny guy, but that bit was that has resonated with me.
I'm gonna be fair. There was a point in everybody's life where you thought Dane Cook was the funniest dude ever.
Oh yeah, I can agree with that.
Everybody's he sucked. I'm there was a point where he was funny because he could not have been that famous, gotten that many movie roles, and been loved by so many people without being at least a little funny.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just everybody who liked him grew up and he didn't evolve his style.
Oh, definitely not. He really did.
Instead of that's it's funny when we needed it, and instead of growing with us, He stayed the same, and that's why he fell off.
And we all grew up. We all grew up and moved on. The point I was going to bring up before we got onto this subject, was we went out of the butt stuff. It was just, butt stuff is obviously a kink, right? It's a kink. Everyone has their kink. Anything could really be a kink if you think about it. That last episode, everyone was like, Brandon has a foot fetish. Brandon has a foot fetish. No, I just think it's super cute when someone's comfortable with you and they like just cuddle up and you just see them curl their toes a little bit. Like, oh, they like stretch it. I don't know. I think that's cute. Like, is that weird? Maybe. But then there's definitely a type like, look at those Xbox 360 games. Someone has a kink like that. Specifically
I borderline have a kink. I'm not gonna lie. I walked in here and I see all your Switch games behind me. Whenever I see a collection like that, I'm not gonna lie. I'm like,
I don't even know where to put my Xbox games though, because I don't have another shelf. But so literally in the middle of my kitchen, I have a shelf, like a bookshelf. That's like, one that goes up to your like...
You're classy. That's called an island.
That is an island now.
Don't worry about the size. It's called an island.
Yeah, I turned a bookshelf into an island. And I put all my stuff in there. And I'm actually getting, for free, like this couch. I mean, do you think I paid for this? The couch has a print from the 60s. It's super comfy, though. Like, you lay on that thing, you're like, oh, this is really comfy.
Hey, man. Furniture is furniture.
Oh, yeah. I'm not complaining. So that island's going to be replaced with an actual island, a bigger one that's going to fit right in there, same spot, go up to the wall, and I'll have a little kitchenette where I can walk back there and be depressed over there like I'm depressed over here. And then, but yeah, all those Xbox games sitting there. I don't know why that's where I would put them. That's what the tangent I got on. But there's a kink of like, someone has a kink for, couches from the 60s with Xbox 360 games all over it. And you're like, oh.
Take me now.
Like something so specific, so bizarre.
Yeah, I think all it really needs to be for a kink is it just has to give you some form of sexual pleasure.
Right?
I mean...
Like what if like someone comes with a PS4 controller, like press it down on this little charger, like...
That noise alone is probably a kink of mine.
I would say a kink of mine is definitely the Nintendo Switch, the click sound whenever you put them in.
Yeah.
That's definitely, I get goosebumps. Especially during a Nintendo Direct, which they recently just had one. The new Legend of Zelda, they gave it a name, Tears of the Kingdom. Coming out May of next year.
I haven't even played the first one.
That's
Breath
fine.
of the Wild.
Tears of the Kingdom, they didn't release a trailer in Britain though.
Why?
Tears of the Kingdom. The Queen just died.
Suck it up, Buttercup. She's just a fucking fancy person over there. She's just a celebrity.
She's a fancy grandma. That's what we talked about in the last episode where it's like they get all this hate. Did we talk about it? Maybe I had this discussion somewhere. People like that, they get like memed on and get this hate because they were just popular. But I was kind of like, someone lost a grandma. That's still sad, but I mean... Oh yeah,
don't get me wrong. Whenever anybody dies... I mean, there are a few select people where
right.
I actually really wouldn't care, and I would probably laugh at their family's tears. But you got to be a special kind of asshole for that.
Exactly.
Sure, yeah,
exactly.
It's sad. Somebody passed away. That is a family member. People, but it's to not release something like that. I feel like is more of an insult because you're telling people you're making it about something that it's not, and you're also saying that people can't handle it. You're basically
right.
saying you're a pussy.
Now, I don't know.
You are a nation of pussies, and you can't handle if we did a game release
of The Legend of Zelda on Tears of the Kingdom.
You think Americans like to fight? We have guns. We just kill each other. I feel like people over in the UK actually just get into fist fights a lot.
Oh, they do. They do. That's actually like a real thing.
But that's my point. Is like they're not little like whiny bitches like we are here. It's. If they're angry, they'll just go fight. They'll just fight. It doesn't matter.
They'll go fight. That's how they solve their problem. I don't 100% know if that's true because the more... Here's what I've been going through lately. This is just me getting older, where I am really dissecting media just in a way that I always took it at face value. But now I'm sitting there thinking, like, why was I taking it at face value? It could always be photoshopped. It could be manipulated. And I saw a tweet about that, and like talking about it, I was kind of like, maybe I should have analyzed that one. Maybe that one is the same situation where someone just made that tweet and made it look like that, right? The other thing I bring up about this, I've noticed a lot of people on TikTok, they cry a lot on TikTok. And then I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh man, that person's going through it. But then I'm like, wait, so that person was full on bawling, not like in the streets bawling or, free bawling, like bawling, like crying. And they thought, oh, I really cried right now. I'm going to turn on TikTok and just cry
in
into
full
it.
makeup,
And I'm sitting
dressed
there.
to the nines.
I kind of just put that together. I was like, wait a minute. Wait. I'm like, this person's just being an attention whore. They probably weren't even sad. They're probably just like, oh, let's see if I made myself. Oh, I'm crying. All right. And then I'm going to put some sad music behind it and put some words, and people fall for it. I fell for it. And the more, now I'm like, everything. I just kind of scrutinize. Like, I'm like,
it's kind of like the reality TV bubble that got burst, where like reality TV isn't reality TV, it is scripted.
oh yeah, definitely.
Now, sometimes there's improvisation and stuff, but they're like, all right, here's a scene, here's what we want to happen, go. And like, it's just kind of, most of the stuff that's not on there. You can usually tell when it's real, because the quality's dog shit.
Yes.
And the reactions are like hard to fake because somebody probably actually just died or broke a bone or something like that. Like those tears are real, but like, oh my god, he didn't ask me to prom. I don't know. I don't watch TikTok. I'm old. I don't know what's going on with it, but
yeah, a lot of things I've seen is just like, I'm having a really bad mental health day, so I'm gonna cry into TikTok, and I'm like, I kind of feel like instead of getting better, you're kind of perpetuating your own issues.
Well, that's my issue, and this is where it's a fine line because it's like people should promote good mental health.
Yes.
But like a lot of the people that do it, I feel like it's not real because most people who are going to promote that are going to come on after the episode and be like, hey, I just had this. I want to let everybody know. Like, I don't know, something that helped them get through. So be like, remember that you're loved and like put some positivity out there to counteract the fact that you just had a mental break and felt like killing yourself.
Yeah.
Not going on there crying and asking for more followers.
Yeah.
Like I almost feel like it does more harm than good if you do it that way.
Oh yeah. Yeah. But we're all over on tangents, but I
yeah,
can't...
we're going all over. I have a funny one after this that we'll bring the mood back up.
Please give me the funny tangent because
I'm
just all over the place and I just want to put
Cudi
more
the situation.
more D's nuts. Wait, what are we doing? Situation
from another podcast. It was forever ago. I'm dating myself with this reference, but he was on a stream with somebody else and he was high as fuck, and he was just like, "Yo, you know this person died?" Like it was just after like a regular funny conversation, just brought the mood right down.
Ooh. Yeah.
So I've stolen that term just because I think it's hilarious.
I haven't eaten, so I'm here. I'm focused, but I'm not focused because these nuts are in my mouth.
Well, speaking of D's nuts and being hungry, I've been trying really hard for like the past couple months to start exercising and eating better, and I'm not doing great on the eating better part. I'm eating more vegetables, but I still eat like dog shit. But
oh yes, I will have one floret of broccoli, and then 30 burritos from Taco Bell. Just slide them on in, push the vegetables.
I had a carrot
table.
earlier, so I want 16 chicken vagitas, please.
Man, I decided for lunch today eat a salad, so for dinner 30 Whoppers. Let's go. That is exactly that mentality that mine thought. Mind space. Yeah.
But I've been doing a little bit better about getting a little bit eating more healthier items, I will say that. And then been jogging a lot. I'm getting weirdly to the point where like I get home and I'm like, I just want to go for a jog. I gotta go for a jog now.
Dude, okay.
Like
I'm
today.
not crazy because here's the thing. I've been fighting this cold, right? And I'm on the tail end of it, but I haven't jogged all week. And I've been so antsy.
Like I jogged 2 days in a row because I knew I was going to be busy today and tomorrow and probably Saturday. So I was like, I'm going to go crazy. I got to get it. So normally I don't try to do it 2 days in a row because now my shins feel like
yes, they feel like death. Yes, you feel my pain.
But I was like, but I gotta do it. But anyway, I was complaining to Kate today, and God, I hope she doesn't listen to this because it's a little embarrassing. But I was like, I think I'm on my man period, and she's like, why? I'm like, I am endlessly hungry, and I am horny as shit right now. And in middle of work, the least sexy place it can be, surrounded by a bunch of just
dudes. Just
yeah.
dudes.
And I'm just like, I was like, this is bullshit. I don't know what's going on. I feel weird. She's like, it's probably because you're eating better and like
and exercise.
And exercise. And she goes, your body's probably like feeling better. And I was like, this is bullshit. I want to go back to being a drunk who plays video games.
I don't want to have energy and I don't want to be horny.
I told her, I was like, all right, it's time for me to get fat again. I don't want to do this.
That's a real thing. Yeah, when it first started happening, I'm just sitting there and I'm just like, it's just like I don't know, even like that libido. It's just like that drive.
It's like I'm 16 again. It's like, no, I was happy when I finally got that shit under control.
Yeah, seriously.
I don't want to go backwards.
I could focus. I could get my work done. I could play video games, without one of the main characters walking up and maybe the jiggle.
Oh, Liara's there.
Dude, I said jizzle.
Yeah. Liara walks on screen.
Yeah, like the jiggle physics hit just right.
Okay, all right,
like,
that's done. It's over with. Matriarch Benezia walks on screen. Oh, god damn it. Miranda walks on screen. Fuck!
And then literally, you there in your house, you are like, you look like a raisin. You are drained. And then like, this man died. He dehydrated from coming too much.
Empty water and Mountain Dew bottles as far as the eye can see. You're just like, I can't take it anymore.
I got yelled at the other day because my PC set up over there because I don't have a piss jug.
Wait, what?
Yeah, they're like, you're not a real gamer if you don't have a piss jug. I'm like, the bathroom's right there.
No, you are a real gamer. You know why? Because only losers have piss jugs.
Yeah, and they're telling me it's like, you're not a gamer if you don't. Obviously, they're joking, sort of. But it's like, you're not a gamer if you don't have a piss jug. I'm like, what are you doing?
Do you want to know what the actual response to that is? I am a gamer because I'm wearing a diaper.
Yeah.
Real gamers wear diapers.
Real gamers wear Depends. All right, so whenever there's like a YouTube gamer, why aren't they sponsored by Depends? Like, are you in a gaming sesh and you don't want to get up? Bro, get a Depends. This one looks like Ninja from Fortnite, and its face is like plastered on.
Pretty sure this has been a discussion before. Not between us, but I'm almost positive I've heard this stuff before.
What, like gamer diapers almost?
Yeah. And or just like putting like a tube in your chair.
That's it. No, we invent the first set of diapers made for gamers.
Razer, sponsor us.
Hold on. Call Shark Tank. I'm going to get a trademark on this right now. Get a trademark for diaper. Gamer, what would we call it? Diapers?
You're right. I'm not a real gamer because I don't think I could stand the thought of that.
Gamer.
Just doing that.
Diaper. I'm trying to like put them both together.
Gamer diaper? I don't know if you're going to go for it.
All right.
If it's a gamer diaper, a gaper.
Yes, 100%. It's a gaper
when you
now.
can't hold it because you shoved the controller up there too many times.
Are you in the middle of your Fortnite session? Well, let me have a product for you. This is a gaper. And like everyone's like, excuse me?
It's
Gaper.
just like the Grapist.
The Grapist. Oh, God. The gaper. It's a gamer diaper. Gaper. And it shows a grown man, like, in those commercials, like the commercial with the kids, they'll be pulling up the diaper and it's all like, I'm a big kid now. And it's just a guy.
I'm in first place now.
Pulling up a diaper and it's like a hairy man.
It's exactly what I was just thinking.
Like 300 pounds overweight, like waddles into it, And of course there's no like small sizes. They're all like large to like quadruple
I disagree.
XL.
I want some like ripped dude, like pecs to like just out to just huge. Basically Moxie, but just pecs instead of boobs.
Right.
And
so you're just
like,
saying someone who's absolutely ripped,
yes,
jacked, muscular. Okay,
and everybody, he's like putting it on, and he sits back down and just the thing, and he's like playing. You're like, clearly you've never played a game in your life if you look like that.
Exactly.
But,
I was going to say we could just get Terry Crews to do it.
Yes, he would be perfect because he would embrace the role.
And he's just sitting there. He's like power screaming, and then you just hear him just unload.
Let it go.
He just completely shits himself. It is loud. It is rumbling.
But he's
hear
just
the
doing
moisture.
a victory dance the whole time.
Yeah, and he's like, I love gapers. Oh no.
We'll have to workshop the name, but
Yeah, we'll workshop
that's the working
that's
title.
the working title. And Shark Tank, if you're listening, give us a call, or we could start our own Shark Tank-like thing, but we can call it Shark Tank. Where we just take really stupid inventions, like, yeah, we'll make that.
Man,
gaper.
this is why we need to get sponsored. If we could have our own company and we could do stuff like that.
Oh, we could. And the program I use now is a sponsor thing, but we need to hit a certain number. So that's the next goal. Hit a certain number, sponsor. That's all I want. I want to be sponsored. I don't care what sponsor. Gaper can sponsor me. I will wear a gamer diaper and I will poop myself.
What's the gay hookup site? Grindr?
Grindr, yeah.
I literally a whole episode about butt stuff. Come on, guys.
That is, yeah.
I will totally ad read for you, please.
I will, if you need me to like test a product, I'll jam it up my butt. I mean, I'm not like that, but for money, I will.
Fair. I probably would too.
Oh yeah.
Adam and Eve, come on.
Actually, on the one of the ads for one of the articles was an Adam and Eve ad. Actually, most of them were.
I definitely, when I was younger, I was like really drunk. Do you ever see those ads where they're just like, Adam and Eve, sign up now and you get all these free bonus gifts, like 6 gifts, and buy this and that.
Yeah, and it comes in little one of those little bags. Yeah.
Well, I didn't know it came in a little bag, but I was just like, I was like, did you buy from that?
No, I just distinctly remember the commercial that says if you order over $80, you get this tote bag with all this extra fun stuff.
But I definitely saw one of those, but I was drunk one night, and I looked at, back then we were just dating, I looked at Kate, and I was like, I want to fucking know what they're talking about. They say all these gifts. What's in the gift bag? And I definitely spent like an hour looking at all their products.
Last episode I talked about this Carly, but I was at the CVS that's nearby, real close. Everything is just so close to where I live. Like, there's a Wally Mart up the street. There's a CVS
I love
down
how
the
this is
road.
blowing your mind, because to me this is still spread out.
Yeah,
but to you, who lived out in the middle of nowhere,
and I've had to like check myself with like not being creepy. It's not my intent to be creepy, but I will like go. Yeah, you see my blinds. I'm sitting there looking at my neighbors. Right?
Oh yeah, you got to remember to shut these at night.
Oh, they're always down. I've never had them all the way up, and I'm actually afraid to at this point because there might not even be windows up there. I don't know what's up there. I've never seen past it. But it's just like, I'm just curious, like, how other people live. I'm throwing out a bag of trash, and so I threw out a coffee. I'm like, oh, that's a coffee shop that's locally owned right down the street from where I work. Interesting. So someone was there. And then I realized I'm being weird. I need to back off. I need to just back off.
There's a shit-covered Buzz Lightyear. I bet that dude likes to stick it up there.
I grab it and I'm like,
that's definitely shit.
But for the last taste, yeah, that's shit.
I think I just got E. coli. I need to go to the hospital.
And then it's quiet. All you hear is like I just keep munching on it. You find me,
or just a squishing sound as you're like, I wonder. Oh, the wings came out. The wings came out. Hey, buddy, how'd you get the wings back in?
That poor Buzz Lightyear has gone and seen so much shit, no pun intended.
Did you see the Buzz Lightyear? Seen some shit. Have you seen the new Buzz Lightyear movie?
No.
I just picture him, but like coming alive as the toy, and he's just like, oh god.
He's just screaming in agony the entire time. Yeah, speaking of, after all the shit they've been through, I'm still surprised they're together.
Who?
My ass cheeks. After all the shit they've been through, I'm surprised they're still together. I heard that the other day, and I'm like, I bring that out to the podcast. I'm getting someone with that. And you were genuine, like, who are you talking about? Who are you talking about?
Yeah, I was like, wait, did I just like black out and miss a reference here? What?
Yeah, no, that was it. That was it. Nothing too fancy with that. Oh, what a... Yeah, this new setup, I'm excited for it, but yeah, we'll have to, as all bachelors do, move it into the bedroom, just so the pillows and like the, fabrics can absorb some sound.
Oh, yeah. Sound dampen.
And I would like to have, this is a romantic dinner bought for like some Squatch poop, a candle, put that in the middle.
Poop.
It smells really good actually, and have a nice candle lit dinner. I think that'd be really nice.
I really just want to imagine you inviting a girl back here for dinner, and she just walks in, and there's just Moxie with her tits out. There's just Sasquatch poop candle. D's nuts.
I'm looking for them. Hold on. But then I'm
Wait for it.
I come back and I'm like, these are all my copies of Anarchy Reigns.
How many are you?
I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I want you all to know here. And you looked like you were missing one.
I thought it was. And the cool thing is, sometimes I'll do this, just so people next door know not to fuck with me, because I have not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, but 6 copies. Keep it the last one in there.
Oh my God.
Of Anarchy Reigns. Thank you. I took a picture of the apartment for our friends, and I put all of them by the door, and just someone commented like, "Aw, they're here to greet you when you get home." I'm like, no, they're protecting the house. Yeah, just 6 copies of Anarchy Reigns lined up in the windows.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I waste my money. I really
Well, this is
do.
probably what, like $2 a copy?
Oh my gosh, they're so cheap. And speak of wasting money, Nintendo just had a direct. So, the subject I was getting on about the new Legend of Zelda, they announced the date. Pikmin 4 got announced. New Fire Emblem.
I thought there was another big one that they just announced. I can't remember.
They did, and now I'm trying to remember. Splatoon 3 is right here.
Oh,
I like this. I can literally lean over and you're like, oh, is it this game? And I lean over and grab it. I'm like, no. It's Xenoblade Chronicles for the Wii. Yeah.
Good for you. I haven't bought a new game in a while. I'm stuck playing my old ones, and like I said, I'm probably going to go backwards.
Well, I only got Splatoon 3 because I just wanted to play it in my downtime between Xenoblade 3. That game is so long. It just never ends. It's good, and I want to keep going, but I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh, this could be an ending point, and then they're just like, guess who the bad guy was all along?
Yourself.
You.
Am I right?
I need to put a spoiler warning there.
No, you don't.
Technically not, but the main is a clone of the main character.
That's even better.
So that when you said that, I was like, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Look in the mirror.
I mean, the thing is, as soon as you see that character at any point you're like, oh, that's something. Why is he there? And it builds that mystery, but you can obviously tell it's him.
Yeah.
I'm putting this down here.
But yeah, I'm actually. I was laying awake last night trying to think of the progression I want to take for Dragon Age when I play it.
Okay.
Like, what class do I want to be in each game? What race? Who do I want to save? Who do I want to kill? All that. And then I was thinking about the third one, and I was like, man, those levels are so big. That's such an undertaking. I'm either going to have to mentally prepare myself for 170 hours of gameplay.
Yeah.
Or break my OCD for a little bit and just not complete everything. But I don't know if my mind can handle that.
I was going to say, don't complete everything, but at the same time, I can understand it because that's what I'm doing with Xenoblade. But then again, I only did that with The Witcher because I just really liked it, right? I really just like being in that world.
Well, and I did it with, Mass Effect and stuff, and once you finally complete it, the only stuff that actually mattered was the storyline stuff.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
And I was like, there was some perks, but, none of it was necessary. I don't need to find every codex entry in Dragon Age.
You really don't, to be honest.
As I'm on hour 7 of crisscrossing my map in a grid search to try to find everything.
You're like, I'm going to find every little piece of everything ever, and no
What's
one
that?
is going
More
to stop me.
sand! What's that? More sand! Ooh, look, a rock! I bet there's something by the rock.
And then there never is.
There never was. I was so pissed. Although, to be fair, something I was missing was literally in the middle of a desert. I was like, how? How? Why? Why would you... I understand that, in reality, maybe the wind would take something and blow it into the middle of the frickin' desert.
But why am I...
But in a video game, I'm playing this for fun. Why am I out here? And
actually having to use my brain to process this and try to cognitively think.
I was so mad.
I would be mad, too. Okay, I got the announcements of everything.
Woo.
Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, Fire Emblem Engage.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it's called.
I know. I just don't know why I find that such a hilarious title. Engage!
I do love just Fire Emblem. After Three Houses. Three Houses was so good. Pikmin 4. GoldenEye 007 is on the N64
that was
expansion
the one
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, they were I thought they were releasing it like just as an actual cartridge for the Switch, like an actual game. Or is it just going to be on the simulator?
All right, let me see here. Nintendo announced that GoldenEye 007 is coming to Nintendo Switch Online via the expansion pack membership subscription. No gameplay footage has been shown, but the game will feature online play.
That's awesome.
Isn't it? According to Nintendo, GoldenEye is also making its way to Xbox via Xbox Game Pass with achievements, 4K resolution, smooth frame rate, whatever. What it's also getting is Pilot Wing 64, Mario Party 1, 2, and 3, which I don't really understand because you have the new Mario Party that has all those maps. Well, not all of them, I guess.
They better release more for that one.
Oh, they will. Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2.
Oh, shit.
1080 Snowboarding and Excite Bike 64.
Dude, I'll get it. I'll get whatever the membership is just for Pokemon Stadium.
They're the best minigames. The best minigames.
Never really even enjoyed playing Pokemon that much.
Continue.
I was waiting for you to pick up that can and throw it at me.
No, that wasn't like a sniff like I was upset with you. That was a sniff to clear my sinuses. That's what that was. That was not anything towards you. No, I get it. Like Pokemon, I totally understand how people really like it. I totally understand how people don't like it.
Well, I liked the Pokemon, like Pokemon Snap, the old and the new one.
Yeah,
I thought they were
fun.
awesome. The endless walking around and training, and I don't know. I didn't like that style of the format. But Pokemon Stadium, you better damn believe I'll play that for 16 hours straight.
Dude, and the mini games, oh, so good, so good. Octopath Traveler 2 was announced. Nintendo Switch Sports gets golf this holiday season.
Oh, my old white ass will probably want to play that.
Oh, hell yeah. I don't care about that one, so we're not talking about it. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, more DLC.
They're taking forever with that.
They're just gonna, I think they're just gonna keep making tracks. So, like, this is it. I mean, what else can you do with a kart racer, I guess, once you kind of do everything, unless you do something really crazy?
They announced they're doubling the amount of maps on there.
Yeah,
and they've only released, I think, the first 16?
Out
of 48?
Like, yeah.
They're like, by the end of 2023, I'm like, just fucking release it.
No, we're going to do it slow, methodical.
Because then I play the ever-living crap out of them.
Yeah, all the, on October 28th. Okay, hold on. All right, so Resident Evil, all the Resident Evil games. We're talking Resident Evil 7, Resident Evil 2 and 3 Remake. Resident Evil Village is going to come to the Switch as a cloud version. So it's the same game, but you just have to have an online connection. It just streams it to you.
That'd be pretty cool. I haven't played that one yet.
It Takes Two's coming to Switch. Fae Farm, Farming Sim. Just Dance, Eve, Tunic. A lot of stuff we already knew was coming out, just got more details on it. But I think the most important thing was just Legend of Zelda. Oh, and then Story of Seasons, A Wonderful Life. It is a remake of A Wonderful Life Harvest Moon, which was, that was my game as a kid.
But it's just a new one coming up? I'll have to make sure.
No, it's just a remake of that one.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I'll have to make sure. Kate loves those games.
Oh, yeah, she would love that one. It was very just kind of homey and just cozy.
She's got like 4 games she needs to beat before I buy her anymore. I take it back.
Oh, hell
She
yeah.
hasn't even played Pokemon Arceus.
Really?
I bought that for her, and I was like, it's free roam. You're going to love it. And she's like, the camera makes me sick. And I was like,
yeah, she's...
You make me sick.
You make me sick.
No, I'm kidding, Kate. I love you. Don't divorce me. I'll never find anyone else.
Please, no, please. I noticed recently, taking my niece to the park, I can't swing on swings. I can't look at people swing on swings, or I get sick.
She's always been like that with video games, because like she keeps telling me, she's like, you need to replay Kingdom Hearts, and I'm like, that kid died. That kid died 15 years ago. I don't think I can do it anymore.
Exactly.
But also, when I play, she just looks at her phone. I'm like, but I'm playing. And she's like, yeah, but this is boring and the camera makes me sick. Let me know when you get to, like, a cutscene. I'm like, but
If she wants a cutscene, just go to YouTube, type in Kingdom Hearts, whatever, all cutscenes, and it'll just play them all in a row.
No, she wants me to play it.
She wants you to suffer. So
I
she
also
can
haven't
watch a
played
movie.
it in like a year, or longer. Probably a lot longer.
No, I wouldn't.
I have the third one, the deluxe edition, unopened at my house.
Good.
And it's probably gonna stay unopened.
Burn it.
That is
your
one
first chance. Burn it.
I spent a lot of money on that.
You could probably actually, if it's still in wrapper, you could sell it online for pretty decent because there's collectors.
I'll have to see. It might actually be that way. I'll take it to GameStop and they'll be like 16 cents.
And I'll slap you in the face with my ball sack. You're like,
16 cents and we'll
me?
shove this Keyblade keychain up your butt out back.
You just said they're like,
That's a pretty sweet deal.
Make it 17 cents. You got yourself a deal, Buster.
I want a quarter and I want the quarter and the keychain up there.
So you just scan your GameStop card and then you just like hunkered over out back and it's like by the dumpster, cars are driving by and you're just a grown man shoving just a quarter in there and pushing with the keychain and then
it's like, man, they really give us the game. Working at GameStop sucks. I'd be like, I don't know, I'm kind of enjoying it.
And you're like, I'm kind of really enjoying it.
Remember, it's for the customer.
And the guy's just like, I hate my life. I hate my life. I hate my life. I hate my life.
I just got to get my girlfriend through college and then I can quit.
What's terrible is there's a lot of GameStop people like that. They're like dating someone so much younger than them and they're looking all greasy.
Oh, I was thinking like they're just like this is like a second job and they just needed the money to help make tuition. I was trying to make it wholesome.
I'm
not some
thinking
40-year-old perv dating a 22-year-old.
Some creepy guy. It's like, I just got paid my queen away to college. I really don't like GameStop. If you haven't put that together,
I know you hate it,
dude. I went in there recently to get a gift for a friend, and that was torture.
I love GameStop. Every time I walk in there,
you have a good experience. I've only had bad experiences.
But I take my bad experiences and I make them good ones.
But I was employed there, and they treated me terribly.
Oh, well, yeah, it's a horrible, horrible place to work. I would not recommend anybody do it, but I still need people to do it so I can continue to go there.
What are you talking about? Like, I could just drive with the Walmart. That's where I got Splatoon 3. Everyone's like, go to GameStop.
I hate Walmart's game section. I despise it.
Oh, yeah, because you have to ask for someone and stuff. It's honestly
nobody's ever there. They always look at you like you're stupid, and I'm like, you idiot. I'm paying for your salary by shopping here.
Yeah.
I don't expect you to like sit there and kiss my ass, but don't be a dick. I can't stand it. It's Walmart. I'm allowed to hit you at Walmart. Just remember that. I'm allowed to hit the
I'm allowed to hit you.
And the employees are allowed to hit back. It's Walmart.
Walmart is just the Mad Max of supercenters.
It truly is. That's why I'm like, just remember, you can be a douche, but I'm allowed to be one back.
I mean, when I got Splatoon, which was weird about Splatoon 3, it got off the shelf. Guy's like, all right, I'll grab it for you. It grabs it. There's just a random dude in the aisle just staring at the games. I just look over. I'm like, I got the guy here. You want something? He's like, no, I'm good. And he saw what I grabbed and he gives me a nod of affirmation. I'm like, what am I supposed to do with that? Are we done? Can I go?
That's why I like GameStop, because whenever I'm there, there's always the guys who are like, it's weird that they never try to do it if there's ever a girl there, because I'm like, shouldn't you be hitting on the girl? But it's like they're trying to like bromance me, and they're like talking up and trying to act all cool.
They work off of commissions.
No, not the employees, the customers.
Oh,
the customers come up and they're like, I see you got. I'm trying to think of like the last game I might have bought there. Switch game.
I see you got Galgun right there. Oh, yeah. Hell yeah!
They're like, yeah, don't you like it? Maybe it was Legendary Edition or something, and I can't remember, but yeah, they're like, so you got that? Did you try this game? It's really cool. It's got like these same mechanics, but like it's way better on like, and they're sitting there talking to me, and I'm like, dude, at this point, I was like, I'm an almost 30-year-old man. I'm here to buy this and go home so I don't have to deal with people like you. And I'm trying to be nice. I'm like, and I'm just like, all right, man, my wife's waiting. I gotta go home. And yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Like, you see that girl over there? If you go and try to talk to her about this stuff, you too could also have a wife.
And he's just like, oh, bro, yeah, I told your wife. I totally didn't pull my cock out or anything. I'm just going to put that back in there. That's kind of weird. Wow.
I feel bad because a lot of the time I feel like it's actually just people trying to be nice. But I also, you know when you get like that nerdy kid who thinks he's some alpha, and I'm like, all right, I'm old and fat, and even I could like sneeze and break your fucking neck. Don't try.
Because I do know the guys who work at GameStop, they are the ones that like, they work off of commissions. That's how they work.
Really?
Yeah. Commission,
how do you get
commission on pre-orders. So if you have high pre-order numbers, they're going to keep you working there. But if you don't have good commissions, they won't give you hours. At the time, I didn't have good commissions. But also, I didn't have great commission because I wasn't, like, working consistently. I would only be there, like, twice during the holidays.
Yeah, but that's also stupid. I hate it when people... I like that they're like, anything else you want to pre-order? Because then that opens it up to like, all right, no, I don't. All right, cool. Or, I don't really know what's coming out. And then you open up that conversation. But do you want to pre-order this? Do you want to pre-order this? Do you want to pre-order this? That's when I'm like, I'll kill you and your family.
No, that's what they're like. Anything you want to pre-order? And the guy's mind was blown when I walked in there and said, I don't have a card. Oh, would you like one? No. You shop here? No.
I'm here for one singular instance, and then I will disappear into the fogs of time.
And I told him, like, I've been to all the other shops that I like to shop at, and I didn't see it, so you're the last stop. Okay. And the guy was just like, here's your game. Like, I very clearly laid it out. I'm like, stop. You're a GameStop employee. You're lower than dirt. Get out of my
I like how you're like, I worked there and I hate it because they treated people like shit. And then you walk in and you're like, listen here, you fucking dirty.
I mean, I did my time. I served. I can say stuff like that. I wasn't really that aggressive about, but it just isn't for me. It's just too like.
I also realized that I was saying a lot of aggressive things. Realistically, I don't do that. I'm try to be polite, and I'm just like, all right, I gotta get going. I think I'm just aggressive now because, as we said earlier, I didn't go for a jog today, and I'm like,
right?
I'm like, I know I have to go home.
We are pent up because we want to exercise, but we can't.
My little shins will break if I try it.
And my respiratory system will implode, hopefully tomorrow. Because look, like right out the door, I just run down that street right down there, and I'm by a body of water.
Nice.
Not to dox us. Last episode, I had to edit a bunch because friggin' Carly's like, so here's Brandon's address, and this is where he lives, and if you want to find him, you can find him on Google Maps. And I'm just like, Carly, stop, please. I have to edit hilarious. So much.
Like, there's so much I have to. I don't want to listen to 2 hours of this.
That's the thing. Like, my game plan was I was gonna, go home, make some din-dins. It was, in the middle of the day. I hadn't eaten a full meal yet. And then she's just like, yes, it is I, the one who doxes. Kind of like Walter White, the one who knocks. She's the one that doxes.
Speaking of, the whole reason I wasn't even on last week, I totally did shitty at that event.
I forgot about that. And I haven't, we haven't even talked in that time span. The reason I didn't, my goal was to show up, and then you never heard from me. The reason was I just got way too stoned that night, and I just woke up obnoxiously late, and I'm just like.
The really funny thing is you're like, I wonder if I can just sneak in. You 1,000% could have. No one would have stopped you. There's registration and stuff if you pre-register, but show up the day of. Nobody's gonna check your shit. You just if you get on the bus and they're like, oh, you don't have your stuff. You'd be like, yeah, I just didn't go to the registration table. I wanted to make whatever time. You 1,000% could do that.
I could have, and I'm kind of bummed out that I missed it because last time I missed it because I think you were talking about it and I actually injured myself.
Yeah, wasn't that when you had hurt your foot or your knee?
Yeah, it was my foot and it was all swollen up. That's right.
You're like, I haven't run in a month.
Because my foot was just absolutely destroyed. Yeah, and this time
next year,
it was Friday.
My company sponsors a team, and we're allowed to bring outside people.
Oh,
you don't got to stick with a group. You can just go.
Yeah, that was on me. I just it was Friday. I'm like, we're time to chill out, and then I'm just like, how many milligrams is this? I'm like, it's 250 milligrams.
Jesus.
Holy shit!
Time to not move for the next 6 hours.
And that's what I did. I sat in that chair, did not move for the next 6 hours. I was just in there, and I was just in a different realm. I was just like, I imagine my chair was just sitting there floating in space. I'm like, whoa. And dude, I really think deep on that. I was thinking of a mechanic in Xenoblade that was like so obscure and so stupid and minuscule. I'm like, that's a really smart design choice. And that's where my brain was. I was like, that's really intelligent.
I want to get some, but I want to get one that doesn't make, not like a mind one. I want like a body just chill.
Body chill. Yeah, there's the stuff out there.
I've said it before and I'll say it again, and it sounds really bad, but like when I got my wisdom teeth out and the painkillers they gave me, that's what I want. But just not painkillers, because I don't want to get addicted to opioids.
That's true. That's true.
That's why I want it in weed.
You're playing it smart. You're playing it smart. You don't want to get addicted.
The doctor's like, you need more? You still in pain? I can totally get you more. And I'm like, dude, I don't want to like lose my house and my wife and all my teeth. Like, I have to say no.
Please
I'll stick to Advil.
And the doctor's just like, are you sure? Like, as he's pushing you more.
I swear to God, he must be getting a kickback because he was really trying to get me to take
there are
more.
plenty of places.
And I was like,
that.
dude, yeah, of course I want more. I feel freaking great and it takes the pain away, but no. I have a super addictive personality, and this is like the absolute worst thing you could give me.
Look at you being an adult. Look at you, being conscious of how your mind works.
Literally, first time I had ever like taken it for something like that, and I think even stoned off my gourd on it, I looked at Kate and I was like, I can totally see why people get addicted to this.
And if you can make that connection while you're like that, yeah, you made a good call. You made a good call. Well, I think this episode is wrapped up.
I think that was a wild one. We started with some butt stuff and we went through, and we'll talk more about my shitty time at the event next time.
Oh, definitely.
That's a story in and of itself.
And I will not be as congested, because the more I sit here, the more congested I get. It's a good cutoff point. It's a good cutoff point.
Yeah, I'm old. It's reaching the point where my brain can't function. It's
exactly.
Not even 7.
And you're sitting there like, you got to get your din. You got to what fast food are you getting? You talked about this earlier. I want to know. What are you getting?
Is there a T-Bell close by here?
Are you shitting me?
No, I'm not overly familiar with this. I came out here like a decade ago.
Okay. So
to party at the college.
All right, out of the driveway, you're taking a right.
Yeah.
When you get to the road up there, you're taking a left. When you hit the main road with the big old curve, you go straight.
Oh, yeah, I kind of know.
And then once you curve around that and enter the town, T-Bell on the left, big and purple. If you want a McDonald's past that.
Damn, I don't know. T-Bell sounds good, but if you want a Wendy's,
go up to the where Walmart is.
Yeah, okay.
And then if you want Little Caesars, it's in the plaza past the McDonald's.
I don't know. Some Baconator sounds really good right now, and I could totally sloppily eat that while driving.
Dude, yeah, that's...
Get pulled over, sir. You know why I pulled you over? Because I'm fucking this Baconator up.
And you're sitting there with your pants down, just holding it over you like this. Like, sir. As I'm sitting there trying to, do... body language for an audio podcast.
A visual representation on an audio format?
Yes. So just imagine you're leaned back, one hand on the wheel, your pants are down on the ground, Baconator in your hand, placed over your lap, fully erect genital in the Baconator.
Cop will pull you over and be like, I don't know whether to give you a ticket or to let you go. I'm kind of scared.
I don't know whether to give you a ticket or suck on that burger. Because I know there's a creamy center inside.
Oh.
And you're just like...
Out where you live, that's a possibility now.
There is really a possibility.
You probably got some weirdos out here.
That is very much a possibility. Well, I really hope you go for T-Bell, but eat whatever you want. I have to live vicariously through others, so... Thank you for listening, as always.
Thank you all.
And we will see you in the next episode.